Until now in 2020, we have seen a series of launching of great smartphones in the market. Depending on what features you need, you will have some great options from mid-range, gaming or flagship phones. Here we have made a list of best smartphones of mid-2020 of all the categories. Hey guys, I'm Chaser and welcome to Tech Square. I will start with the mid-range phones, and talking about this segment, my most favorite one has to be the Apple's recently launched iPhone SE, because it delivers exceptional power for merely under $400. It has flagship-like performance with good display and improved camera in an old iPhone 8 shell. We're talking A13 Bionic chip, which is powering the iPhone 11 Pro Max, the company's top-tier flagship, and then IPX67, wireless charging, Touch ID, and all these in a very palm-friendly form factor, which is very comfortable to hold in hand. Though the battery is quite poor with very less chance of lasting for a day, but the unmatched feature it offers are really surprising with the price it offers for. The next up is the Google Pixel 3a. Now, if the iOS is not your cup of tea and if you can spend $320, then the Pixel 3a could be a great choice as it manages to feel like a high-end smartphone. It's the best of what Google has to offer. Though it has cheap plastic build quality and huge bezels all around, it gets security updates directly from Google, and it has a camera that's as good as the one on almost any other phones that you can buy. It has an incredible night sight mode that can take nighttime selfies and other shots in any night situations with more details and less noise. Also, Google is really great with its software algorithm for Pixel's camera that can produce DSLR-like bokeh. It's not waterproof nor does have wireless charging, but it gets Android updates directly from Google with longer Android update support. Alright, the next one is the OPPO Reno 3 Pro. The OPPO Reno 3 Pro has a stylish look and a comfy form factor with great cameras. It has a beautiful curved Super AMOLED display. No high-res refresh rate in this case, sorry. But the glass sandwich design looks appealing. It comes with MediaTek octa-core Helio P95, which is still a capable mid-range chipset. It's rocking with quad camera setup on the rear and 2 cameras in the front. It shares a lot of features of current flagships such as multiple high megapixel cameras, a punch-hole display, fast charging and more. But in the crazy competitive market of mid-range flagships, some of these features are even trickling down to the budget segment. In simpler words, the OPPO Reno 3 Pro faces competition from both top-end phones and low-priced devices. Even though most of the flagships can run majority of the high-end games smoothly, yet for many consumers who are solely focused on the gaming side with longer battery life and higher refresh rate, my pick of the best gaming phones would be Red Magic 3 or Black Shark 3 Pro. The Red Magic 5G is a true gaming phone with a Snapdragon 865 144Hz display, active cooling, at least 8 gigs of RAM and hardware shoulder buttons. But the software experience could be better. It got RGB lights at the back, which is pretty nice. Additionally, it has a 6.65-inch Full HD display with Corning Gorilla Glass, RAM option up to 12GB. There is a huge 4500 mAh battery, a triple camera setup with 8K video recording, an in-screen fingerprint reader, built-in active liquid cooling, hardware gaming buttons, and a dedicated gaming launcher. Overall, it's an impressive gaming phone with exceptional look. Xiaomi's sub-brand Black Shark recently announced its new flagship, the Black Shark 3 Pro, with a massive 7.1-inch 1440p AMOLED display with a 90Hz refresh rate and a 270Hz touch sampling rate for very precise tracking. Its front design looks dated, having fairly thick bezels on the top and bottom, but the phone is powered by Qualcomm's Snapdragon 865 processor, has 8 to 12GB of RAM, 256GB of storage, and a big dual-cell 5000 mAh battery with fast 65W charging. As a gaming phone, the cameras aren't the most important things here, but the Black Shark 3 Pro has a triple 64MP, 13MP, 5MP camera setup on the back and a 20MP selfie camera on the front. Gamers will surely enjoy this phone with a long-lasting battery life. Next up is the photography phones. The Huawei P40 Pro's hardware is one of the most capable devices the company has ever made, though the software experience is complete with the Google mobile services. For many people, it's a huge factor who can't live a single day without Google services, even with the top-notch specs, design, and huge battery. The P40 Pro has a beautiful quad-curve overflow display, which is curved glass at all 4 edges. The display comes with a 90Hz AMOLED panel, which looks great, though not as much as the rest of the flagship is offering. The biggest charm of this phone would be its amazing set of cameras, which got the highest rating on DxOMark. We're talking about its camera with the biggest sensor on a smartphone with 50MP resolution for the main lens. Then it also has a 12MP periscope style 5x lossless optical zoom, 40MP ultra-wide lenses for more options of taking different kind of sceneries, and a 32MP front selfie camera. Its picture quality looks very detailed even at the night with better low-light performance than last year. It can record 4K videos at 60 frames per second and a crazy slow-mo at 7680 frames per second, which is the highest ever put on a smartphone. It's a camera monster in one word. Then it also has a whole day lasting battery life. It also got the 40W fast charging and 20W both wireless and reverse wireless charging. But even with all these crazy lucrative features, you should only get this if you can think of your life without Google services. It can easily be a champ as the best camera smartphone. The Galaxy S20 Ultra is indeed the most powerful Android smartphone Android has to offer. You'll be getting bleeding edge specs, almost anything you can think of in a smartphone. Firstly, it's got this best Super AMOLED HDR10 Plus high 120Hz refresh rate display. The Galaxy S20 Ultra has a massive 5000 mAh battery, which is pretty great for a whole day of use even with 5G and 120Hz refresh rate, which causes draining the battery life faster. You can always extend the battery life by switching to 60Hz refresh rate and lower resolution. And its wireless fast charging capability and reverse wireless charging is still there, which is convenient. Overall, it's one of the great phones to endure long-lasting battery life with higher specs, but the result will be slightly underwhelming with its Exynos version. The iPhone 11 Pro Max is Apple's battery endurance champion and a powerful smartphone to date with an expensive price tag. It was launched in last year with a 6.5-inch OLED screen, though not with high refresh rate. It's got A13 Bionic chip and lower RAM compared to other Android flagships, yet delivers super smooth, well-optimized performance. The big notch at the top is still there, but it can be forgotten away when using for a while. It's still a big chunky phone with great area of cameras which are consistent and provide great dynamic range. Most surprising thing of this phone is its battery life, which beats almost all the smartphones when it comes to endurance, which can easily last through a day or two. If you can afford to have it, then no other phones can satisfy you as much as it does on battery and reliable performance. Now the next category is for compact flagships. On our list, the first seat is given to the Galaxy S20, which is a great compact smart flagship with a very compact form factor. With all the latest bells and whistles of tech, it comes with a beautiful 6.2-inch OLED panel wrapped with Corning Gorilla Glass, and it still maintains a one-handed comfortable form factor. It has almost all the specs you would get from the Galaxy S20 Ultra, just with a little downgrade from the main camera sensor to 12MP wide and 64MP telephoto with 3x optical zoom with no periscope like the Ultra version. The RAM is less at 8GB and the battery life is also smaller at 4000 mAh battery, which is still good if not the best. But still, you can have a great device with a price of $999 without losing your palm comfort. The next one in this category is the iPhone 11, which is another great compact phone that comes with super comfortable palm-friendly shell with 6.1-inch screen. It's got Apple's flagship level features, -1 telephoto camera, OLED panel, and a smaller battery. It also comes with a sweet price of $699 for the base version. The next up is the OnePlus 8, which is also an awesome compact flagship. It's OnePlus's first 5G phone with latest Snapdragon 865 processor and 6.55-inch display with smoother 90Hz refresh rate. Still, it's a compact flagship maintaining a form factor which is comfortable to hold in one hand. It just feels like it is made for your palm. Our next category is for best all-rounder smartphones of 2020. The first one in this list is the Samsung Galaxy S20 Plus. Samsung has released 3 strong phones in its Galaxy S20 lineup, but the Galaxy S20 Plus is one that places highest on our best all-rounder list because it offers the best overall mix of features for the money. You get a gorgeous 6.7-inch display with a silky smooth 120Hz refresh rate, 5G connectivity, and fast Snapdragon 865 processor, plus relatively long battery life. The Galaxy S20 Plus has some pretty impressive cameras with big sensor jumps. The new sensors capture bright and colorful photos, and the 3x lossless zoom is more powerful than what the iPhone 11 Pro Max delivers. The regular Galaxy S20 Plus is a good choice at $1,199 if you love smaller display phones. Dubbed as one of the best camera smartphones, the iPhone 11 Pro has killer triple cameras and a cheaper price than the iPhone 11 Pro Max. For a reasonable $999, the iPhone 11 Pro offers amazingly good low-light photos via its night mode, and there's a new ultra-wide lens that lets you fit in more subjects or scene with its 120-degree field of view. The 5.8-inch Super Retina XDR OLED capacitive touchscreen panel on the iPhone 11 Pro is one of the great OLED displays out there. With 800 nits of brightness and along with wide color gamut and HDR10 support, the display is colorful, bright, and a great display for watching a movie or playing games. A blazing A13 Bionic processor, long battery life, and your choice of 4 colors make the iPhone 11 Pro a perfect all-rounder at a reasonable price point. The last but not least in our list is the OnePlus 8 Pro. The OnePlus 8 Pro is the successor of last year's OnePlus 7. It's a great value for money phone which OnePlus had always been famous for. It packs so many features into a phone that costs less than any of Samsung's new Galaxy S20 phones. But you'll get performance that can match any other top-tier flagship phones. It comes with a smooth, fast 6.87 120Hz refresh rate display even with its full resolution. It's got a great battery life if you set the screen refresh rate at 60Hz, and you can expect more than 11 hours of battery life, which can stay ahead in the battery endurance game. OnePlus always had mediocre cameras before, but the OnePlus 8 Pro has improved its cameras significantly. It can take 48 megapixel photos and has a 3x optical zoom along with a 30x digital zoom. In fact, it's among the best cameras on an Android in this price range. Besides, it comes with the fastest wireless charging and fast wired charging, which is the first time for any OnePlus device. If you want a great Android device, the OnePlus 8 Pro is an example that you don't need to spend more than $1,000 to get it. So comment down below which smartphone did you like the most. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like and share with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you want to watch more videos like this.